Welcome to the Sales Process Podcast, the show for business owners and sales pros who are ready to push past limits and take their sales to the next level. Hosted by Sean Derrick, founder of Legacy Sales Engineering. This podcast is built for high performers who demand more. More wins, more deals, more profit. We're diving into hard-hitting strategies, real-world tactics, and the latest tech to keep you at the top of your game. Plus interviews with elite sales pros to give you the edge you need. If you're serious about dominating your market, it's time. Sit down. Hold on. Let's go.
What's up, guys? Sean Derrick here with Legacy Sales Engineering. We help you sell great products with a great process. Want to welcome you today to the Sales Process Podcast. Each week, we dive into sales tips and automation secrets that help your business grow. And today, we're talking about just how important it is to have a website that converts and works for your business. It's a really, really powerful tool, and I can't wait to get into it with you. But first, if you get anything from today's episode, I want to be the first to invite you over to our Legacy Builders community. We meet twice a week for an in-depth hour plus 2 hour call where we're going into business issues, talking through concerns, helping each other grow. It's an amazing community. Come join us at jointhelb.com. That's jointhelb.com. So today, guys, your website, what is it supposed to do for you? Why is it there? What's the point of even having one? It really amazes me. I still talk to business owners today sometimes that don't have a website. They don't understand why they need one. They've been word of mouth since 1957 and it's worked for them. They just don't get it. And that's okay because they've got really good brand recognition because they've been around since the dinosaurs have, and they were still doing business on paper back then. And so the world has changed a lot though. And if you're a newer business, if you're, even just a 10 or 15-year-old business, your digital footprint is really, really important. And that website is so vital so that when the prospect finally finds you and they realize, hey, this is the person, they've got proof that you're the person that they want to talk to. Your website can usually show receipts for the things that you've done, the work that you've built, the business that you've spent your life investing in and showing people that, hey, we're actually pretty good at what we do. And so it's a great place to showcase your work, to build trust and authority, and then to convert that prospect and give them a way to contact you, to book an appointment with you, to reach you so that it's stupid easy to do business with you. So it's really your digital billboard. If somebody's already on your website, you've already basically won the lottery. They know that they need your service. They're there for a reason. Now you just need to give them a reason to contact you. And so I want to talk to you three really powerful tips that will help you convert more and really get a higher impact out of your website. There's way more than this, but these are three important ones that I really think that a lot of business owners miss when we see things on websites. And I just want to point this out to you so you can take care of it on yours. So, number one, clear and focused on the goal through the entire website. What is your goal when people come? Do you want them to call you? Do you want them to book an appointment? Do you want them to leave a review? Do you want them to purchase a product on the website? Focus on the goal. It doesn't mean that you can't have more than one product or service. It doesn't mean that there can't be one um, more than one line of business, but what is the conversion goal that you want to meet on the website? Focus on that. Hey, purchase this product and then make the upsell. Hey, book this appointment, book this call. Whatever that is, focus on your goal so that it's very clear, at least on the homepage, one goal on the homepage throughout that this is the path to connect with us, to do business with us. This is how we can help you. Here's the solution that we offer. One thing only, and make the client the hero of that story. One of the most impactful books that you can read for writing website copy is Don Miller's The Hero Branding. It's uh, it's really, really impactful and will really change the way that you view writing your copy on your websites. It's a great book, but focus on that one thing. You can have multiple calls to action or varying calls to action for that thing throughout your copy. Um, but you want it to still be focused on one goal. Maybe the goal is just contact, and you're willing to give them as many ways to do that as possible. But it's, hey, contact us by phone, contact us by email, contact us by this chat widget, whatever it looks like. You're focused on one thing with varying calls to action to kind of play with the mind a little bit and get them to think about all of their options, but they're all really just one option, if that makes sense. All right. The second thing is you need to make it stupid easy to get a hold of you. All right. I cannot tell you how many websites we see that the phone number is buried in this big a text on one page on the website, and it's not even the contact us page. It's like, do you want people to call you? Do you want people to reach out to you? Make it very clear and very concise how people can or should get a hold of you. Give them options, as many as you're comfortable giving. On our websites, we typically put clickable buttons to call and text because some people don't want to talk to you anymore. They just don't. I mean, a lot of people prefer to do business via text message. And so if you're comfortable talking with somebody through text and letting them book on a text, why not offer that as an option? Throw a text option into your CRM and let those numbers, those text messages come into your CRM system and convert them into appointments. There's chat bots on websites now that you can utilize where you can actually put a little clickable icon down in the corner and people can click on it. You can actually capture their lead data in a form fill so that you get a name and a phone number and an email so you can contact them and market to them later if they don't convert. And you can talk to people live right on your website and have entire conversations with them and get them to convert and book the appointment. Um, there are automated booking widgets where you can just tie a widget into your calendar now, and the calendar widget will actually look at your real time availability. It looks at what's on your Google Calendar, your Apple Calendar, wherever your calendar lives, and it will say, hey, these are the slots that you have available. You can book with my person at these times, and they can pick and select, and that appointment will go right to your calendar, and you actually get a lot of control over when those slots are available, how often they're available, how much notice you need. You can control all of that inside of the settings on those things. So I really encourage, if you've got the capacity to do online bookings, you should have a booking widget, a calendar option on your website that people, if they're up at 2 a.m. in the morning browsing for your services, they can just get on your calendar and convert right there. They don't have to remember tomorrow when they wake up at 2 o'clock in the afternoon to call you and book that appointment. It's done already. So make it as stupid simple as possible to get in touch with you, to book your appointment, to purchase your product, because the easier you make it, the higher sales volume, the higher closing ratio, the higher setting rate at least you're going to have, because people are going to be more willing to contact you because it's less abrasive. All right. Third and final point to having a good website is you need to have a smart website, not a dumb website. Listen, you've got to automate as much as you can for your engagement. One of the single-handed largest problem that I see with websites today is business owners invest a bunch of money into a really beautiful website. You may already have a phenomenal website that bring you leads in, but when that lead comes in, when somebody fills out that contact form that's on the website and they finally raise their hand and say, "Hey, I'd really like to talk to somebody, but I've called your business 6 times and nobody's answered the phone, and I don't know how else to get a hold of you, so I'm just going to fill out this form and wait for somebody to call me." Well, what typically happens is that form lands in your inbox in the form of an email. And when a couple of days go by, and as a business owner, if you're a one man show or a couple man show and you've got guys out in the field working and performing job duties, by the time you finally get a chance to check your email and finally decide to call that customer back because you've got 30 seconds to breathe today, they've already found somebody else to do it because you didn't respond to them. And so speed to lead is so, so, so important in business today, that you spend all this money on all these other things and we don't have a sales process ironed out to get engagement with that prospect as soon as they've contacted us, and you lose that lead out the back end because you didn't nurture it properly. So Your website needs to have some automation built into it on the back end that make those things happen automatically. So the first thing that you should automate is immediate lead engagement. As soon as a form is filled out on your website, that client should get a text and an email from you confirming that you got their information and that someone from your team is going to be reaching out shortly. You can even leverage AI to then text that customer and have a full conversation with him via text message and actually book the appointment to your calendar if you've got that set up. And that's what we set up for customers. That's where we really shine. And so what we do is as soon as that appointment comes in, we get the text that says, "Hey, someone from our team is going to be reaching out shortly." And we have one of two ways that we do it. For our clients that prefer to have a salesperson take the first shot at that client, we'll actually automate a phone call to go out to that salesperson. So sales guy's phone will ring. It will say, "Hey, guess what? You've got a new lead. Let's go do some work." Press a button, and now he's on the phone within 30 to 40 seconds of that lead coming in. The sales guy's on the phone talking to that prospect. He's got all of the information on the lead form in front of him, and he's able to right away engage with that prospect and have a conversation to see if he can get them to book the appointment. But let's just say, well, maybe he calls and they don't answer, right? Well, behind that, we'll automate a follow-up text that says it's from the sales guy. We can put the sales guy's name in the text. We can put the customer's name in the text, and then we can leverage AI to have a full conversation via text if we can get that person to respond to us and actually book that appointment to the schedule. So the sales guy can then go out and have an in-home conversation or a phone conversation or a Zoom conversation, whatever your need is. So, and then if that doesn't convert, we'll stack a whole bunch of follow up and automation behind it to make sure that we're stretching that lead as far as we can to get it to convert and really work it through our pipeline and get every penny that we can out of our marketing dollar. It's really important that you're not just letting that lead sit in an inbox and die somewhere, because the colder it gets, the harder it is to convert. Google actually did a study a couple years ago, and your closing ratio 20x's if you have a conversation with a prospect in the first 5 minutes of them contacting you. So you've got 5 minutes to 20x your closing ratio. That's a pretty sure investment. That's a good use of your time. If you can find a way to step away from what you're doing, get on the phone with that prospect, shoot them a text, whatever that availability looks like, and really make sure that you're doing everything you can to get them to do business with you, to convince them that you're the solution for their problem. So make sure that you're automating as much as you can. You got to have a smart website. Dumb websites, if you're just dumping your leads into an inbox and hoping for the best, you're losing opportunity. So make sure that you've got some automation tied behind that. Super important. So, guys, I really appreciate you hanging with me today. If you got something from this, again, would love to invite you to our mastermind community, Legacy Builders. You can visit us at jointhelb.com and check that out. Your membership there comes with a free copy of all the software that we've talked about using to automate this stuff. So you actually get that software with your Legacy Builder membership, and then we teach you how to use it. So thank you for being here today. This has been Sales Process Podcast. Go sell something.
This episode of the Sales Process Podcast has been sponsored by Legacy Sales Engineering, helping you sell great products with a great sales process. Visit www.legacysaleseng.com to discover your solution for every step of your business sales process. Subscribe to the Sales Process Podcast on your platform of choice today.